a test page, then just use the layout, the URL that you are using to test it out there. I'm a little confused. Alright. I don't know what that was. Okay. So this is where I would go, and I would actually edit these out. So make sure you open it up and have all this. Now this is the part that might be a little tricky. You go here, and to get it into your layout, you make sure that you copy all of this from table all the way on down to table, from table to table. Then Control C or file copy, whatever, and you go to edit. Alright. Now, these are some other codes that I've had previously. Let's just delete all this. Okay. And paste that in there. Alright. This is all our code. The code that we just did is in there now. Alright. Now, since you want this on the layout, no, I wouldn't suggest you test it out just yet. So, here, my other layout again. Go ahead and put this in for you all and show you what I. Okay, so here is for that. Alright, now this right here can either make everything. Let's see, let's open this another. We'll do it later. Can make everything go above your MySpace bar or below your MySpace bar. The higher it is, the higher above it's gonna be. If that's 0, and I don't know why you make it below that, but if it's at 0, then it would just be right below it or right on top of it. So you have to be careful with that as well. So the height, let's just do above it. Okay, it's 2000. So we put 2001, but let's put 2000, and let's put this one at 2000. All right, and then the height of my, this is for when you editing these, it's for the whole layout. The width is what, 800, but 801, but I'll put 800. This right here, this 175, is everything that's above the MySpace bar and advertisements. Because you don't want to cover up the advertisements, they will get upset and they do not like that. Alright, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the black background again. And that's it, but let's go ahead and do this as well. Close that up, make sure it's working like it's supposed to, and then hit save changes, and we will just see what shows up. Alright, now I will right click on mine because I like seeing what I'm making. Now see, now this is actually below everything. Okay, I'll figure it out. Like I said, this is gonna be mistakes and all. Okay, let's go back and position her as the way it's supposed to be. So it's 800. It's usually half of that. It's usually half. The margin left or right is usually half of what the width is, not the height. What the width is. So it's gonna be 400 or 401, 402. I don't think it's really 399, but there's you just keep messing with the numbers to get it positioned right. You see? So now it's there correctly. So now everything's there, and we still have these. Excuse me. Still have these, but don't worry about that. I need to hide that playlist. But see, it's on the layout now. It's on the page. That means everything should be working, right? But of course, MySpace, they always change up the links. Like if you go down here and look at it, you'll see and that's not a link you put in, but MySpace tends to do that. And so I try to avoid copying and pasting this code from one place to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, because what will happen is you will actually lose the link, the link value. That's what I call the link value. You will actually lose it, meaning that it will most likely not work again until you put in the actual link in there. All right, so now we want to give this a background. All right, since that is done, give it a background. Let's see, copy and paste again. All right, and I want it just to be straight black because I don't have the image. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't have the image, so you can actually just erase this like that, and hit save changes. Then go to your next other one, right click, and there you go. That's it. Now I'm gonna give you the code to get rid of this bottom stuff. Now, show you all what I put in. All right. Now let's go ahead. I'm just gonna put all these in, and I'll just mess with it later. This thing with layouts, you have to do a lot of trial and error. A lot of trial and error, because that's the only way you'll be able to know if it's right or not. You can't just expect it to work on the first try. Okay. Now all you got down here is a comment. You see? And this thing, okay, I'm gonna have to figure out. But you get the gist of it. This is basically the gist of it. I actually have a little cheat site that I use in case you all might need to know this. You know, be fair. I actually have a bookmark as well because I don't remember it from by heart. But this is the site that I use most of the time, not all the time, for my text. Use it for tables too, but use it for the text. It's easy because